John Beltran, Jen Goodall back from the University of Northern Colorado and Greeley. We'll get to the starting lineups momentarily as the Brush Bee Diggers face the Platte Valley Broncos for third place in this Patriot League tournament. And undoubtedly for the Bee Diggers to be successful in this game, they're going to have to get some outside shooting going. And Colby Needens has been cold in the first two games of this tournament. And hopefully the third time, Jen, is going to be a charm because he's had his opportunities, and I'm sure we'll have many today.
Well, and I think, when he gets out of rhythm a little bit, this is a kid who I've watched for 4 years, and he never has his feet set. It's always, his upper body is square, but his feet are never set when he shoots, and he's still very accurate. But last night, we saw some things that were uncharacteristic of him, which is trying to dribble and create shots, which is more of like a Randy Baker kind of style. So if he can find his rhythm and get that set shot that he loves so much, I think this is going to be a good ball game.
All right, the Bee Diggers starting lineups brought to you by T.O. Charlie's. For a great used car truck, if you don't see what you want on the lot, they'll find it for you at T.O. Charlie's, 700 West Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan. The Broncos are in their home whites. They're the higher seed at number 2 with the navy blue numerals and lettering, coached by Dave Meckelberg. And the Bee Diggers are in their road maroons with the white numerals, and they're coached by Ken Garcia. Colby Needens, a 6-foot senior guard, starting for the Bee Diggers, along with 5'8" senior guard Gregory Mayers. Jeffrey Dunker, a 6-foot sophomore forward, along with Mitch Tormolen, the man in the middle, the 6'3" junior. And the fifth starter for the Bee Diggers is Randy Baker. Baker, the 5'10" sophomore forward. And Platte Valley, of course, doesn't have the size that Valley did, although they do have Dylan Jones at 6'5". The Bee Diggers are going to have to contend with him down low. Dylan Jones is a junior for Platte Valley. Also starting for the Broncos is Jordan Dunn, a 5'10" senior guard, along with Landon Gentry, a 5'11" senior guard, who missed that three-pointer in the corner last year that could have won it for Platte Valley in the fifth-place game. 6'2" senior forward Junior Gonzalez, and Connor Hatton, a 6'2" senior forward. So the Bee Diggers are a lot younger than this Platte Valley team, which has 4 seniors and a junior. The Bee Diggers in the starting lineup have 2 sophomores, 1 junior, and 2 seniors. Opening tip tonight brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance, locally in Fort Morgan and Brush, offering home, health, auto, farm, business, and workers' compensation insurance. That is Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. It'll be Mitch Tormolen jumping center for the Bee Diggers. More than likely Dylan Jones as soon as they break the huddle for Platte Valley. And the one thing that we've seen on this second and final day from the University of Northern Colorado, lots of close games. Everything's been extremely close so far. And let's see if the Bee Diggers can get off to a good start. Obviously, it was a disaster last night with that 32-0 run after it was a 3-2 Valley lead. So here we go, Tormolen and Jones. And the game is underway, and the tip is going to have to be retossed up there. The ball descended, and neither player was able to tip it. So they'll do it again. And now the game is underway. Platte Valley's got it. Junior Gonzalez with the basketball over to Jordan Dunn. Now to Landon Gentry, who'll set up the offense. Gentry to his right, gets a pick from Jones, dribbling right baseline. Then it has a shot blocked out of bounds by Tormolen along the right baseline. It'll be Platte Valley retaining possession of the basketball. And to throw it in is Hatton. Hatton to Dunn in that left corner. Dunn against Maris, dribbling to his right, back out to Gentry. Against Colby Needens. On the outside left to Dunn, down low for Jones in the lane, hooking on Tormolen, and he scores for Dylan Jones. That's the mismatch. But Tormolen played him straight up pretty well there. 2-0 in favor of Platte Valley. Maris met by Gentry into the front court. At the top for Colby Needens. Ball off his hands, retrieves it Dribbling to his left against Hatton. Picks up his dribble. Left corner for Baker. He'll take the three, and that's going to be short. And the ball is tipped around. It's loose near midcourt. And the ball's taken in the backcourt by Gregory Mares, a brush. Long pass is intercepted by Dunn. B-Diggers turn it over. Dunn with 2 to beat. Cross-court pass in the corner for Hatton. Hatton will take the three. That is up and well short. And the rebound is controlled by Mares. 2 early rebounds for the B-Diggers senior guard. Mares into the front court on the outside right for Needens. Needens guarded by Hatton, nearly fouled. Dribbles to his left towards the free throw line, now fouled. Well, that defense just way too tight. You're going to get that call go against you if you're Connor Hatton.
That was smart of Colby to take it to him, too, because he knew that it was going to happen.
3/4 court, Needens to throw it in. Needens in the backcourt to Maris. With 6:45 to go, opening quarter. Platte Valley 2, Brush nothing. On the outside left to Baker against Dylan Jones. Dribbling to his right, near the top for Tormolin. Chest pass on the outside left to Colby Needens. Steps in the left corner, throws it towards Baker, who cannot handle, tries to save it in off the air and pass, and it's taken away by Dylan Jones. Here's Gentry to Dunn, penetrating left baseline, but he traveled. That's the first turnover committed by Platte Valley. B-Digger basketball with 6:26 to go in the opening quarter, and it's still a 2-0 Platte Valley lead. And here comes Maris, met by Gentry. On the outside, left to Baker against Jones. Down low for Dunker, left baseline. Has to save it back in. Does to Baker at the top right of the lane. Jump pass to Mares in the right corner. Mares back out to Tormolin against Junior Gonzalez. Inside to Dunker. He lays it up and in off the glass. Excellent feed from Tormolin to Dunker. And the game is deadlocked at 2. Under 6 minutes to go in the first. Gentry with a basketball for Platte Valley just beyond midcourt. Dribbling to his left, gets a pick from Gonzalez beyond the three-point line in the left corner. Looks to back it out. Cross-court pass to Dunn. Right corner to Hatton. Picked up by Dunker. And then Dunker, I think, hit the ball off his leg out of bounds. Good defensive play by the B-Digger sophomore. Platte Valley now with 2 turnovers.
It looks like both teams are staying in a man-to-man defense before the start of the game.
Mares to engineer the offense for the B-Diggers. Again, met by Gentry at midcourt. Mares on the outside left, stripped by Gentry. That was a beautiful steal. Here comes Gentry all the way, blocked out of bounds, but a foul as Randy Baker got a good piece of the basketball, but to the line is Landon Gentry. And that's a very rare turnover by Mares, especially getting stripped.
It is. Usually he's really careful with the ball. He does a good job.
They're going to call the foul on Mitch Tormolin, though, with the body. And the free throw by Gentry is around and in. Second free throw upcoming at 5:02 Ensign in downtown Fort Morgan. The place to shop for all of your appliance needs is B&B Appliance, a member of the Brand Source Retail Program. Second free throw is in. Platte Valley 4, Brush 2. 5.5 to go first quarter. In this third place game in the Patriot League tournament. Dunker on the high left to Tormolin, picked up by Gonzalez, dribbling to his right, cross-court to Baker beyond the three-point line. At the free throw line, jump pass going to be tipped away. Intercepted by Gentry with Baker to beat. All the way, lays it up too strong. And the rebound to Dunker. Here come the B-Diggers the other way. Long pass towards Tormolin out of bounds. And the B-Diggers, quite frankly, look awful on offense right now. They've got 5 turnovers and 2 points in the opening 2 minutes and 43 seconds of the game.
Well, and I think they're trying to play too fast. You want to play quick, but you don't want to play too fast and get out of control.
Dunn for Platte Valley. Met by Mares, way on the outside right to Jones. Back out to Gonzalez on the high left to Dunn. Dunn lobs down low for Jones. Left of the lane, in the lane. Turns, shoots, and scores off the glass for Dylan Jones. The left-hander has 4 points in the game. Platte Valley 6, Brush 2. Mares with 4:40 to go in the opening quarter. To his right. Dribbling right of the lane. Backs it out to Needens. Needens to his left at the free throw line. Backs out. Over to Baker on the high left. Gets a pick from Mares at the free throw line. Can't pull up. Mares will take the left wing 3. That's off the back of the rim. And the rebound is controlled by Jones. Into the front court is Dunn on the outside right. With the basketball, it's Gentry picked up by Mares. Now Gonzalez fakes the 3. Steps into the lane. Jump pass to Dunn. A parking lot 3. Holy mahungus. And that was well short the rebound to Dunker. That was about a 25-footer. Taken over there by Dunn. Dunker in the lane. And then he is stripped. Boy, the B-Digger offense is atrocious here in the first 4 minutes of the game. 6 turnovers already. Gonzalez back out to Gentry. Down low for Jones in the lane. He hooks and misses. Fouled by Tormolin. That's Tormolin's second foul. And to the line will be Dylan Jones. I'm sorry. I think Brush is actually playing worse to begin this game than it did against Valley last night because, Valley was just so good.
Well, and something that, Mitch might need to do, or something that Coach Garcia might need to change a little bit, is maybe fronting the post instead of letting him get in that position just on the block and sitting on him, because he's trying not to get his hands or his body against him. He's really trying to play good defense, but when you play that way, it's inevitable that you're going to get called for a foul.
Tyler Monday and Bryce Needens in the game for Brush as the free throw rims out by Jones. Second free throw's in. And Platte Valley's in a 5-0 run. 3:55 to go in the opening quarter. Platte Valley 7, Brush 2. Cameron Maxey and Justin Schneider into the game for Platte Valley. On the outside left is Needens with the basketball. Dribbling to his left, gets by Schneider, pulls up from 10. That's a pretty one. Nothing but net for Bryce Needens. Well, that substitution hopefully will pay off for the Beat Diggers because they needed something, and I think going to the bench was a smart move at this point. 7-4 Platte Valley. 3.5 to go in the first. With the basketball is Jones. On the outside right, taken by Gentry. Gentry at the top for Schneider. Straight away, 3 in the air, and that is deep. And the rebound is taken by Hatton. Hatton's going to kick it back out as Platte Valley resets. In the left corner, Maxey. And then Monday commits the foul on the entry pass towards Jones. And there's no doubt that Dylan Jones is a load to handle for Brush.
He is, and that's why I said, maybe that's going to be a change at the quarter. They'll see something like that, and maybe they'll try fronting the post.
No matter what your loan needs, stop by High Plains Bank, 502 Central Avenue in Wiggins. Also inquire about checking and savings accounts as well as CDs at High Plains Bank in Wiggins. Maxey with a basketball stripped by Needens, but it's taken away by Gentry. Gentry near the top of the outside left to Hatton, picked up by Baker. Back out to Gentry. He'll retreat towards midcourt and reset the Platte Valley offense. Gentry against Mayers. On the outside left to Schneider. At the top for Hatton, dribbling to his right. Bounce pass down low for Jones. Right of the lane, double team. Back out to Hatton, picked up by Baker. Dribbling right of the lane over to Maxey. Maxey at the free throw line. Left wing, Gentry 3 is in. Landed Gentry, nails the triple. He's got 6 early points. And the Platte Valley lead is 10-4. 2:33 to go. Bounce pass by Mayers was kicked by Gentry. Beat Diggers retain possession. They'll throw it in just beyond midcourt. And Needens to throw it in. Over to Maris. Maris with the basketball. With the Beat Diggers down 6. On the outside left to Bryce Needens. Dribbles by 1. Pulls up 3 in the air. And that's short. And the rebound to Monday. Monday tries to go back up. He does, but he misses. And no whistle, no call there despite bodies going flying. Rebound to Cameron Maxey. Here comes Platte Valley with 2:11 to go. Jump pass. Gentry to Jones. Over to Maxey in the lane. Maxey's double team. Kicks it back out to Gentry. Gentry at the free throw line. Right of the lane. Right corner for Schneider. Dribbles to his left. Picked up by Mayers. Back over to Gentry near that right corner. Dribbles to his left. Looking down low. Kicks it back out to Schneider. Bounce pass in the lane to Jones. Jones over to Connor Hatton against Randy Baker. Dribbles into the lane. Stripped by Mayers. Here come the Beat Diggers the other way. It's a 2-on-1. Mayers all the way. Will lay it up. That's short. The rebound to Colby Needens. Foul from behind. And the Platte Valley foul committed by Justin Schneider. That'll be his first, only the second Platte Valley foul. And Garcia and Rosenbrock check into the game for Monday and Baker. With 1:44 to go, opening quarter. Platte Valley 10, Brush 4.
I really like that Greg took that in and wasn't just looking to pass.
I don't think he had a pass to make there. Needens was out there, but I think the ball, he was being guarded pretty well. Rosenbrock with a basketball on the outside right, dribbles right baseline, kicks it back out to Maris. Into the game now is Logan Sitzman for Platte Valley. Maris against Sitzman, back out to Austin Garcia. Against Schneider, fakes the 3, stepping to his left. He's going to have to back it out. Leaning in the left corner, Needens. Needens against Maxey, penetrates. Jump pass back out to Garcia. Garcia at the free throw line, back out to Maris, left of the lane, all the way down low to Rosenbrock. Banks, scores, and a foul. And to the line will be Kyle Rosenbrock. The foul was committed by Jordan Dunn. That'll be his first.
That was a great pass by Gregory.
And Rosenbrock at the line to shoot. 1. I just want to do that once, Jen. Is that all right?
It was a little scary.
That's why I turned up the volume. And
okay.
Rosenbrock's free throw is up, and that one is perfect. The Beat Diggers are down 10-7, 1:14 to go in the opening quarter. Dunn with a basketball, picked up by Garcia on the outside right to Schneider against Needens. Dribbles to his left, bounce pass over to Maxey. against Bryce Needens to his right, nearly stripped by Garcia, backs it out to Dunn, and then he was stripped by Garcia out of bounds. It'll stay with Platte Valley with 61 seconds to go in the opening quarter, and Platte Valley up 10-7 in this third place game of the Patriot League tournament. Schneider is out and Landon Gentry is in for Platte Valley. 3/4 court, Maxey to throw it in. Back out to Gentry against Needens. On the outside left, Dunn will take a long three, and that one is off the back of the rim. The rebound to Dunn. Dunn in the lane, spins, jump pass is going to be knocked away, taken away by the Beat Diggers. 4 turnover for Platte Valley. Into the front court is Needens. Back out to Colby Needens. 3 in the air, and the game is tied as Colby Needens gets the assist from Bryce and drills the 3. The Beat Diggers on a 6-0 run, 35 seconds to go in the opening quarter, so they've weathered that storm after playing some sloppy basketball over the first 4 minutes. Gentry back out to Dunn in the left corner for Maxey against Bryce Needens. Looking down low. Bounce pass is tipped away but taken by Gonzalez against Rosenbrock, and he fades, shoots, and scores with a right hand. Junior Gonzalez. 12-10 Platte Valley. That stops the 6-0 Brush run. We've got 12 seconds to go. Just beyond midcourt is Needens. Bryce Needens against Jordan Dunn. Gets a pick from Garcia. Feeds it over to Colby Needens. 5 seconds to go. Double team. And then the ball's knocked out of bounds by Platte Valley. Beat Diggers retain possession with 4.2 to go. And Bryce Needens to throw it in to the left of the basket. And Connor Hatton will check in for Logan Sitzman for Platte Valley. Here comes Dylan Jones. And he'll also check in as they get a little bit bigger. Jordan Dunn will take a breather. So Bryce Needens has the basketball, looking to throw it in. Still looking, bounce pass to Rosenbrock inside, puts it up left baseline, too strong. The rebound to Connor Hatton, and that is the end of the opening quarter. With the score, Platte Valley 12, Brush 10 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Platte Valley leads Brush 12-10 as we head to the second quarter. From the University of Northern Colorado in Greeley, I'm John Beltran with Jen Goodall and Vince Albo into the game for Brush. Out there with Jeffrey Dunker, Kyle Rosenbrock, Austin Garcia, and Gregory Mayers. Beat Diggers have the basketball on the outside right. Mayers with the basketball. At the top, Vince Albo fakes the 3, steps in at the free throw line, backs it out to Garcia, guarded by Junior Gonzalez. Looks like a man-to-man right now for Platte Valley. Mayers on the outside left in the corner for Dunker, guarded by Connor Hatton. Dunker dribbling to his right, kicks it back out to Garcia against Gonzalez. Left of the lane, spins, looking, still looking. Ball was stripped. Garcia has it back, now dribbles into the lane, pulls up from 15, and that's in and out. Connor Hatton has the rebound for Platte Valley. Hatton with the basketball against Garcia, is going to back it out to Gentry. Gentry holds the ball on his right hip, dribbles to his left. On the outside left to Maxey, down low for Jones, and he turns, shoots, and misses. And the ball is tipped out of, nope, it was taken by Dunker before it went out of bounds. Long pass to Vince Albo. Here is Albo with a 3-on-3 to Rosenbrock. Rosenbrock to Dunker down low. Dunker single team back out to Garcia. Left wing 3 in the air, and that's in and out. That thing was halfway down. The rebound to Junior Gonzalez. Here comes Platte Valley up by 2 still. 6:45 to go in the second. Jones in the lane, right wing to Maxey, right of the lane, back out to Gonzalez. Gonzalez cross court, left corner for Hatton, picked up by Dunker, back out to Gentry. Gentry against Mayers. Gentry with the basketball, gets a pick from Gonzalez, dribbles to his right, can't take the 3. Mayers picks him up, left wing to Hatton. Hatton against Dunker, lob down low for Jones, left of the lane, dribbles back out. Gentry, 3 in the air, is short, and the ball is loose, taken by Jones. He'll scoop it up and in off the glass for Dylan Jones. That was way too easy for the junior. 6 points and 2 rebounds for Jones. Platte Valley leads by 4. Dunker right of the lane, jump pass to Rosenbrock, back out to Garcia. 3's going to be well short. That's an air ball, and it goes out of bounds. That was not close. Platte Valley will have the basketball. Jordan Dunn is back in along with Justin Schneider. And Colby Needens back in for Brush along with Mitch Tormolen.
Well, and I do like what the Diggers are. I'm seeing different things tonight than I saw last night. For instance, they're headhunting, they're setting good screens, they're setting them up, so they are getting some open looks.
Dunn with the basketball on the outside left to Hatton, picked up by Colby Needens, back out to Gonzalez. On the outside right to Schneider, guarded by Vince Albo, gets a pick from Jones, dribbling left to the lane in the left corner for Hatton with a pass, fakes the 3, steps to his right, dribbles into the lane, jump pass to Jones. He fakes the 3 on the outside left now to Schneider, left to the lane, back out to Gonzalez. Gonzalez dribbling against Dunker in the left corner for Schneider. Back out to Gonzalez on the high left. Spinning at the free throw line, in the lane, looking to pass. Ball batted away, but Schneider has the basketball. Back out to Gonzalez. Cross court to Dunn. Picked up by Mayers. Spinning on Mayers. Beyond the three-point line, maintains the dribble. Back out to Hatton. 5:18 to go, second quarter. Platte Valley 14, Brush 10. Gonzalez passes tipped towards Dunn by Gregory Mayers. Mayers with Dunn to beat is going to feed Vince Albo. The ball is fumbled, taken by Dunker. Dunker to Tormolen, back out to Mayers. He'll take the three, and that's off to the left. Rebound, Tormolen banks and scores. Tormolen scores for the first time in the game. And the B-Diggers only down 2, 14-12. That was the first point of the quarter by either team, and we played over 3 minutes. Gonzalez against Dunker towards the free throw line of the outside left to Dunn, left corner for Hatton. Lobs it down low for Jones. Jones double team, nearly stripped by Tormolen. Over to Dunn, fakes the three, penetrates, bounce pass to Gonzalez, right baseline. He turns, and then he got stripped away there by Dunker. Here comes Colby Needens for Brush. Needens left baseline for Albo. Albo tries to scoop it up, and I don't know what he was doing there. He had no shot. And it was taken away by Dylan Jones. Here is Schneider, and the ball knocked out of bounds by Colby Needens. Platte Valley retains possession.
Good job by both teams running the floor.
For all of your title needs, visit Tim Weimer at Northern Colorado Title, 205 West Kiowa in Fort Morgan. Cameron Maxey's into the game for Dylan Jones.
And it kind of looks like Platte Valley's trying to run on a triangle-type offense where they overload one side, get you to fall asleep a little bit, and then make that nice little pass inside.
Gentry misses the three off the side of the backboard. Vince Albo grabs the rebound for Brush. Albo into the front court. Swings it right side toward Tormolen, right baseline for Dunker. Dunker against Gonzalez, still looking, cross-court pass to Albo. Left wing three in the air is going to be well short off the bottom of the rim. Rebound, Tormolen banks and scores. It just sat on the rim and fell through for Mitch Tormolen. Tormolen with 4 points and 2 rebounds. B-Diggers have tied the game at 14 with 3:53 to go before the break. On the outside left, Dunn with the basketball against Gregory Mayers. Gets a pick from Gonzalez at the top between his legs to his left. In the left corner for Maxey against Needens. Picks up the dribble, back out to Gentry at the top. Gentry against Dunker on the outside right to Dunn. Fakes the shot, steps in. The runner off the glass, no good. Rebound to Maxey. Back out to Gonzalez. Here is Gentry in the lane. The left-handed shot is missed. And Tormolen has the rebound for Brush. Then we got a whistle and a foul in the backcourt by Platte Valley. And that's going to be against Landon Gentry. That'll be his first. And B-Diggers will have the basketball with 3:28 to go before the break. Deadlocked at 14. Cargill Meat Solutions takes as much pride in the community just as they do in the products they provide to their consumers. Cargill Meat Solutions, part of the KSIR B106 scholarship program. Dunker on the high right against Jordan Dunn. Lobs it down low for Baker. Turns, shoots, scores. He scooped it in from about 3 or 4 feet away for Baker. The B-Diggers are on a 6-0 run. 16-14 Brush. 3:09 to go second quarter. Timeout Platte Valley. We'll take it with them. The B-Diggers lead 16-14 in the second on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Platte Valley has tied the game at 16 on the alley-oop to Landon Gentry, who banked it in. B-Digger basketball after the ball was knocked out of bounds in the front court. 2:49 to go in the second in this third-place game. Monday with the basketball. Back out to Baker. Baker, right corner for Mayers, has to save it back in, but he threw it right into the hands of Jordan Dunn. B-Diggers with their 8th turnover. Dunn on the left wing to Sitzman. Back out to Dunn. Long three. Count it for Jordan Dunn. He's got that type of range, and Platte Valley now has reclaimed the lead. They're on a 5-0 run. 19-16 over Brush. 2:28 to go before the break. Dunker. Bounce pass near the top for Baker. Against Cameron Maxey, looking to his right. Swings it over to Monday. Monday looking down low, and that pass was a terrible one, thrown right off the hands of Landon Gentry. And Jordan Dunn pressured in the backcourt. B-Diggers are starting to get sloppy again. Platte Valley looking to extend a 3-point lead in a 5-0 run. Dunn with 2 minutes to go, hands it off to Gentry. Gentry at the top for Platte Valley, gets a pick from Dylan Jones, picks up the dribble. Over to Sitzman. Sitzman to his right, back out to Gentry, guarded by Mayers. Right of the lane to Jones, double team, and then stripped away. Here comes Baker. The B-Diggers have a 4-on-2, but then Baker lost the basketball. And there's a long pass to Dunn. Dunn ahead of the field lays it up and in. And the B-Diggers call a timeout. It's 30-second timeout. Platte Valley called their timeout and the Bee Diggers could do nothing right after that timeout, and Platte Valley's on a 7-0 run. They lead 21-16 with 1:37 to go before halftime.
Well, on the turnover by Baker, he was looking for Colby, seeing where he was going to spot up. He was, trying to make the pass or whatever, just lost his handle on the ball, silly things like that. They straighten those things out. They are doing a lot better job on Jones, who's trying to do that spin move, and as he dribbles, they're getting their hands in there and knocking the ball loose. So some positives with the negatives here.
Your one-stop center for projects around your home, office, or yard is Ackley Building Center, 1402 Mill Street in Brush. Yeah, the Bee Diggers before Platte Valley called their timeout were playing exceptional basketball, but in fact, the Bee Diggers were down 10-4 at one point and then went on a pretty sizable run.
Well, and that's what basketball is. It's a game of runs. If you keep a team to short runs, you're going to win.
Yeah, they had a 12-4 run, but now it's a 7-0 Platte Valley run. Mayer spinning on Sitzman into the front court on the outside right. Picks up his dribble near the top for Needens. Needens to his left, pulls up from 17. That's off to the right. That looked a little forced. Dylan Jones has the rebound for Platte Valley, his third. Now Platte Valley can extend to a 7 or 8 point lead with 1:09 to go before halftime. Gentry with the basketball against Jeffrey Dunker, dribbling to his right. Gets a pick from Jones. At the top for Dunn. Left corner for Sitzman. Lost the basketball out of bounds. Platte Valley has committed their 8th turnover. The Bee Diggers have 10 in the game. Big possession for Brush here, down 5 with less than a minute to go before halftime. Maris against Sitzman. On the outside left feeds Bryce Needens against Dylan Jones. Gets a pick from Baker, dribbling towards the top, into the lane. Jump pass to Baker, left baseline. Baker's going to have to kick it out, and he kicks it cross court to Needens. He'll take the right corner three. That's an air ball. Maris tries to save it in, and he throws it off Sitzman, but the ball stays inbounds and taken by Dylan Jones. Here's Jordan Dunn with a 2-on-3, and then he lost the ball, got it back, and he batted it over to Sitzman, over to Gentry. Cross court, right corner to Sitzman. Sitzman dribbles right of the lane all the way. The runner's off the side of the backboard. Rebound to Jones. He misses. And then Dunker and Maxey tied up for that rebound. Possession arrow stays with Platte Valley. So the Broncos to throw it in. 21.2 seconds to go before the break. Maxey to throw it in. Looking for Jones. He lobs it at the top for Dunn. Dunn against Gregory Mayers. Dribbling to his left, on the outside left, Sitzman. He'll take the three. That is off the back of the rim. And the long rebound to Colby Needens. Bee Diggers looking to score before the end of the quarter. Needens into the lane. Right baseline. Here's Dunker, 15-footer, in and out. And with 3 seconds to go, Dylan Jones stripped by Mayers. Mayers has got to put it up and does at the buzzer. And it's off to the left. And that is the end of the opening half. With the score, Platte Valley 21, Brush 16 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.